What's up, everybody? Welcome to High School Never Ends, a Pop Punk Dad podcast. I'm Wingman Steve.
And I am Chris 183. Are we playing an April Fool's joke? This is fantastic. I like it.
This is not. I really just messed up, but I am elated. Steve, not for the fact that I got a chance to do the opening for the first time ever, but because today's bracket for March Madness is super exciting. I was looking forward to this one for so long. Why don't you tell them? You want to tell them about it, Steve?
Yeah, so a couple of episodes ago, we asked the AI to give us a bracket of 32 pop punk songs. So we figured we would go with something a little bit more hardcore and invite on some hardcore dudes to join us to complete this bracket. So we asked AI to give us some top, I don't know, Screamo, post-hardcore, maybe the word emo was in there. I forget exactly what it was, but that's the type of stuff that we're listening to today.
And I think AI did its best job, even though some may argue that some of these songs do not fall into any of those categories, that AI got confused. But I don't care. It doesn't matter. We agreed to it. And these are the songs we're going to go with. And we're going to find out what is the number one or the top early 00s or 2000 Screamo post-hardcore madness song. All right, Steve. So you said we brought on a couple of hardcore dudes. Is that your words?
Yeah, no, that was on their AOL profile. So first we have from Identity X, Darren. What up, buddy?
What's happening?
What's your precursor? How hardcore are you that you're gonna get this bracket correct?
Well, I say that probably all these bands that are on the list, I've in some way, shape, or form have learned their songs on guitar and seen them live or actually opened for some of these bands. So
yeah,
that's awesome. And cheering him along is our buddy Dr. Stu, Mr. Hardcore Stu. How are you?
I'm doing. Oh, geez. I'm apparently not that great. No, I'm doing great.
I'm a little under the weather too, so sorry for the.
Yeah, I've had this little cough for a couple of weeks. But I'm glad to be here, boys. Love you all. Thank you.
Yeah, I remember from college, Stu would talk about listening to Hatebreed a lot. So when I think of hard stuff, I figured you should be involved.
Yeah, all right. Well, I appreciate the invite. I don't think anything on here is Hatebreed, but we're gonna have fun. It's gonna be good.
Close. And you know who else is pretty hardcore? Or, who else might be hardcore? Dudes, but not just dudes. Dudes. Females, males. You know who else falls into that category, Steve?
Who's that?
Our patrons.
Yes, of course, our patrons. Want to give a shout out to them: Jeff, Steve C, Tom, Ashley, Nick, Sam, Jason, Punk Rock Bomb, Chris P, Punkish Dad, Punkish Dad's friend, and Chris W. And back to the show.
Yeah, so if you've been following along to March Madness, by now you get the drill. You understand how this is going to go. But for those of you that didn't or haven't yet, let's give you a little bit of an overview of what we're going to do today. So we have, 32 songs, 64? How many did we choose here?
We have 32.
32. So we picked the 32 songs. They're all in bracket format. We are going to go bracket by bracket and choose who advances. Pretty simple, right? Until we get to our final four, final two, and then a winner. That said, Steve, we have a panel of 3 today. So
we're going to have a big old panel, but then the rest didn't work out. So we ended up with an even number. I think that's what you're getting at.
Yeah. So I'm bummed out. Steve, Wingman Steve, did step aside today, and he's going to officiate.
Okay, bye guys.
Bracket.
See ya. Have a good night.
He's not going to leave. He's going to officiate the bracket.
Oh yeah. I'll run us through the bracket. So there's 4 quadrants. It's like March Madness. All right. We've all done this. There are some rankings. Again, AI put this together, so I don't know exactly what the rankings mean. But you guys understand. You've done this before. Stu, I think you've done this on this show before.
I have done this one time before. We had a good time. I'm not sure. So the last time that we did this, we had like overrides or like vetoes of sorts. Are we doing that again?
We are doing that again. Well, originally, we were not going to do that with a panel of 5, but with a panel of 3, we always do a veto.
Well, Chris and Darren get vetoes. Stu gets overrides. So when he wants to object, he has to say override.
I want the override button.
That sounds very 2000s override.
That's what we want.
Okay, so we are doing that today, Steve. We can mark that down for today's bracket, just like we have been doing.
All right. So one veto, you can only use it in the first 3 rounds. Okay. So the round of 32, the round of 16, the round of 8. After that, if you don't use it, you lose it. Darren, you've done March Madness before. Are you a big bracket guy, basketball guy?
Well, all the way back to my RMU days, you pick a team and it doesn't seem like the team I usually pick always comes out on top, but you have to just make a educated guess sometimes. But in this case, I think there is some study that is involved in the artist that you select.
Okay. You're going to be judging on the best song or just your favorite song between the two that you're given?
I think it's about the elements of the song that make it good early 2000 Screamo post-hardcore.
Stu, have you put into thought on how you'll be completing your decisions?
Well, I think it's going to go towards, number one, how well do I know this song? And then secondly, it's going to be how much Screamo / hardcore is this song?
Or is it just based on the merits of how good the song is?
But I was going to say it's primarily based on the merits of how good the song is.
Yeah. Yep. So just a couple of interview questions for Darren and Stu. Darren, do you think that because you said before that you've opened for some of these bands, are you going to let those biases affect your choices as we run through the brackets?
I don't think so. I think the only band will say a member removed from the band, Under Oath, Aaron Gillespie, who plays drums in Under Oath. My band opened for the Almost, which is not on this list. They are I love very the Almost, emo,
dude. It's so great.
But actually, yeah. So,
oh, sorry, dude. I mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I just realized that Category 5 opened for 2 of these bands as well. So we got Brand New on the list here, and we played right before Thursday on the Warped Tour one year.
Oh, and we opened for Story of the Year. I forgot it. At Penn State, New Kensington. That was a show that was very odd because they played like in a cement parking lot where people could get injured if they were moshing on the cement. So
awesome, dude.
Interesting. So, yeah.
Very cool.
All right, so there's that, and then for you, Stu, your question is: the last time we did this, you made some very questionable choices in your bracket. Did I? And is this a chance for you to redeem yourself from those just awful decisions?
I'm going to try, but listen, I was overridden on the proper choices. That's not my fault. Okay. Whatever you can veto all you want. I got overridden. I picked the right choices. You guys just fucked me. All right.
I think he's not angry at all.
I think he went against Green Day or something.
I did. I went against Green Day.
Made any sense, but that's okay. Life doesn't make sense.
It's gonna be fun. We're already having fun, so it's good.
Crazier things have happened.
And then for Steve, so still really hope that even though you're the official here, that you give some of your opinions maybe throughout.
Yeah, this is not really my exact wheelhouse, so I don't know every song on this list, but I'll chime in. Absolutely.
Yeah, please do.
All right. So with that, I'll read through all of the songs here, all of the matchups, and then we'll get started. You boys are all good to go, right?
Yep.
Ready. And I know on the screen from what you're seeing, everything might be small and abbreviated, so I'll read them out loud and I can clarify if needed. So the first matchup in the top left, we have My Chemical Romance's Helena versus Hawthorne Heights, Ohio is for Lovers. Next matchup, the 4 and 5 seeds, Brand New, The Quiet Things That No One Ever Knows versus Glassjaw, Tip Your Bartender. Then we have Silverstein, My Heroine versus Funeral for a Friend, Rookie of the Year. So Funeral for a Friend is the band, right? Rookie of the Year is the song, because there's also a band named Rookie of the Year. I'm derailing myself. The last matchup in the top left is Senses Fail, Buried Alive versus Early November, Ever So Sweet. So I think, actually, you know what? Why don't we leave this? We'll do this quadrant by quadrant. I'll save my voice a little bit, and we'll get into that, and then we'll move on to the next quadrant. Are we okay with that?
Yeah,
it works.
Yes.
All right. So, number one matchup, again, I don't know what you classify My Chemical Romance or Hawthorne Heights, but we have My Chemical Romance, Helena versus Hawthorne Heights, Ohio is for Lovers. I think, Darren, we're going to start with you.
So, between the two, I think Ohio is for Lovers is the more screamo post-hardcore, because there's one element in Ohio for is for Lovers that makes that genre specific. It's the scream. They could have just been like a band that just sang their music, but they added that screamer guy into the mix. Whereas like My Chemical Romance is more straightforward. I think just punk, that style of music where it's upbeat into a breakdown. So I think Ohio is for Lover and Hawthorne Heights is the definition of screamo post hardcore.
Stu, what do you think?
I'm going to second that. We're gonna pick Ohio's for Lovers on this one. Partially, I just absolutely hate My Chemical Romance. Just really hate that band. But I agree, the song is just a much better choice here overall. It's an easy pick for me.
This is an easy pick too. And look, I just want to preface this by saying that I did in another bracket we did recently allow Helena to go forward over another band. I forget which one it was.
It was a different song.
Yeah, this was a different bracket, a different song. Or was it a different song? I thought it was Helena.
It was My Okay.
I'm not okay. Helena's better than that song for sure, but it's not better than Ohio is for Lovers. I think that Hawthorne Heights has an iconic song here that needs to move forward. So this is not an upset. So I think it's a clear choice.
I would throw some love in for My Chemical Romance. Not maybe the band as a whole. I mean, they're good. I like them a lot, but Helena is a fantastic song. But all right. Technically, I guess that would be the upset. The 8 seed over the 1. Ohio is for Lovers moves on. Next matchup is Brand New's The Quiet Things That No One Ever Knows versus Glassjaw and Tip Your Bartender. Chris.
Well, look, I mean, I think that we're going we're going up against it's a Tip Your Bartender's, super hardcore song in my opinion anyway. And I'm not sure that that's necessarily like to that level is what I want to listen to. I could get some kind of enjoyment out of it, but look, I mean, I think that you guys know, if you listen to the show, you know how much of a fan I am of Brand New. You know that they're, one of the most iconic songs they have is this one. I could sing this one every time it comes on. I think there's no question here. The Quiet Things That No One Ever Knew is the one that you would choose.
Somebody chime in.
I'm going to chime in with Tip Your Bartender. I mean, I tend to lean towards the heavier side of things in general, no matter what. But Glassjaw was just such a torchbearer for the post hardcore scene at that time. I don't know. I mean, if we're gonna go off the premise of the bracket system right now, I got to pick Glassjaw here. It is a fantastic song, and I always love Glassjaw more than I love Brand New. So
remember, guys, we're picking songs though, not bands.
I'm picking the song.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say this is a very tough one because I felt like Glassjaw opened for the Deftones when I first saw Glassjaw, and I felt like they leaned more towards the new metal side of post-hardcore because they had a, like they're just
new metal.
Oh, well, okay. They're not exactly new metal, but I would say that they lean more towards that audience since they opened for the, on the White Pony tour. So I think that was like that's where I first heard Glassjaw. So I think it's, because they have, these hardcore elements, would they, be categorized as Screamo? I think Brand New would lean more towards the Screamo genre. So that's why I'm gonna say Brand New is gonna be my choice this round.
Don't you dare, Stu.
All right, well,
don't you dare.
Then Quiet Things.
Don't I dare what?
Don't use the override.
I'm not.
You have an override.
The override, yes.
Don't use the override.
It's fine, dude. It's fine.
Okay, moving on. We have Silverstein, My Heroine versus Funeral for a Friend, Rookie of the Year. I don't know, too much about either of these songs. I think I've heard that Silverstein song. I don't know. Stu, you're up first.
Dude. Oh, my heroine. Heroine. How do I say that? How do I say it?
Heroin.
Heroine. Dude, 100% Silverstein on this one. So I got to come clean. I didn't really know the song Rookie of the Year from Funeral for a Friend. But My Heroine is, dude, what an excellent track. So it's got a lot of like old school punk rock elements to it, but then it just like, it'll toss in like straight up Under Oath vibes to it. Great track. Silverstein, easy.
Who's up next?
So I think that between the two, it's Silverstein is the more popular band between Silverstein and Funeral for a Friend. Now, I think that if you're saying it's Screamo post-hardcore in the specific song Funeral for a Friend, because they switch a lot in a lot of time signature, not time signatures, but the feel of the song. It starts out with that upbeat and then it goes and that's like an element of post-hardcore Screamo, is this like breakdown element, and Funeral for a Friend really leaned more towards that in a lot of songs off this particular album. So I'm gonna say Funeral for a Friend, Rookie of the Year.
This is a tough one. I like both of these songs a lot. I don't want to. I don't know which way to go. I think that I just enjoy the melody in. I enjoy the melody in Rookie of the Year better. I do. I like Silverstein a lot, but there's something unique about this song, Rookie of the Year. The way that it goes from that melodic piece into the short screams, the way that the guitar slows down and just abruptly goes into that. I really like the way that works. And, again, it's not about being a fan of either song. I just think that Rookie of the Year hits a little bit different, and I like that. So I'm going to go that direction. But this is very close.
I also want to point out that a lot of these Screamo post-hardcore things is coming from a guitar player. The whole thing is doing this, like, I know crabcore was its own genre.
Crabcore?
Crabcore was just Attack Attack. That's it.
Yeah, just Attack. But I feel like if you have that element in your song, like then that's like an element of the post-hardcore like genre Screamo. Yeah, so that's what I listened to.
Yeah, you're right. But I mean, that was yeah. Okay.
My Heroine felt like more of a ballad. I felt like for Silverstein, it was like more of and the other song they did, which was what was it? What's their other hit off the record? I can't remember the name of the song, but that one had that post-hardcore breakdown where it went and that I feel like if that song was in its place, I would have went with that one over Funeral for a Friend.
I like how you have such strong stipulations on all of these subgenres. I never really thought about it in that much depth. I like it.
Dude, subgenres it's a part of the scene, man. You gotta like litigate all of the little details,
Yeah.
The song is called Smile in Your Sleep. That's the one that I was thinking of. That one has a great Screamo post-hardcore breakdown in the bridge. So
is bubblegum pop punk a subgenre?
Yeah, sure. Bubblegum, neon, all of those things.
Titular.
All right. Finishing out this side of the bracket. Rookie of the Year has moved on. We have Senses Fail, Bury Alive versus the Early November and Ever So Sweet. I just saw them do that song like 2 days ago. It was awesome. Darren, I think you're up first.
Well, I'm going to go with the obvious. I just saw Senses Fail open for Story of the Year on their most recent tour in November. So that's kind of, works as why they were paired with the Early November. It was late November that I saw Senses Fail, but I'm going to say that the Senses Fail song is the Screamo post-hardcore favor on this bracket because it just has those elements of the song compared to the Early November, where it's more like mellow and doesn't really fit that genre too well in this sense. So
Fair enough. Stu, what do you think?
And so this might surprise you, but I am picking early November here.
I like that you guys keep voting against each other. This is fun.
Well, I mean, dude, so nothing that Darren said is wrong. I mean, I think that song is fantastic, but dude, something about Ever So Sweet is it's just a beautiful song. So, I mean, it kind of starts off slow, melodic, lots of emotion, and by the end, there's no screaming, but it's yelling. It's yelling into the mic, and it kind of evokes like old school Dashboard Confessional a little bit. But yeah, that kind of song is like straight up my alley, dude. I mean, you can sing this stuff and just kind of just get loud with it on your own terms rather than having like a bunch of guitarists doing it for you. So, yep, that's my pick.
I'm kind of upset that the bracket was set up like this with these two songs up against each other because
they don't fit together. Yeah.
They don't fit together, but it's not the choice that I wanted to have to make in round one either, because I love both of these tracks. I especially look, you know me. I think Buddy has sent me personal messages on Spotify for the last 3 years because they've been my number one band that I've listened to over and over and over again, and not just the two obvious albums either. I really get into all of what Census Fail has, but the early November too. Like I had a couple of songs on there from them. This was one of them. I'm not going to go against Census Fail, Bury a Lie. Stu, you're voted out again, but
oh, dude, I might have. No, okay, I'm not going to veto that. Oh shit, not veto. I'm sorry.
You already you ruined it.
This,
we were going with the override.
Is this an override?
Oh no, I'm not overriding. No, it's just the right word for this.
I think if the AI would have picked or would have selected Census Fail, or not Census Fail, but the early November, and then like a similar like ballad, like we'll say A Day to Remembers, that one, I can't remember the name of the song, but it's let's see, what's it called?
It didn't though.
If it means a lot to you, that's like more of a paired ballad from a Screamo band, or from First to Last. They have a lot of songs that are like not breakdown heavy on that particular album, and that would be a better match. But the AI decided these two go together, so
early November goes down.
I just think the early November would have went far if it was anywhere else, but that's okay.
All right, so moving into the bottom left, the matchups we have are Taking Back Sunday's Make Damn Sure versus Seisha, Venus, and Bacchus. Finch, What It Is to Burn. That one, I don't think that one's going down ever. Versus Atreyu, Right Side of the Bed. Then we have Under Oath, Writing on the Walls versus the Bled, You Know Who Seatbelt. And then from first to last, Ride the Wings of Pestilence versus Armor for Sleep, Car Underwater. So let's start with this first one, Taking Back Sunday. I think this is their only appearance on the bracket. Make Damn Sure. I don't know who Seisha is. Do you guys know this band?
Is that a cat? What the heck? What is going on here?
He knows the band, and you don't know the band.
That sounds
that's your cat.
Oh, okay. That sounded like a person making a cat meow.
I was like, what is going on here? So the band is called Alina. All right, Alina.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that what it is? Did I just read that wrong?
Yeah, you read it wrong.
Yeah, Venus and Seisha is like part of the. Isn't that? I don't know what that is.
I remember that when I made that playlist. It was something slightly different, but I didn't change.
The band is called Alina. All right. So there were a couple on here. I guess the AI was having a good time. I've never heard this band. I've never heard of them, but I am immediately taking it over Taking Back Sunday. Like immediately. This is like
I didn't realize you were so anti Taking Back Sunday.
Dude, I don't want to say I hate Taking Back Sunday, but I pick this band over them. Right. Dude, it's cool. So this band Alina, it's got like this band is like classic Screamo. I mean, it's got all of the like dramatic guitars. and just like super rough, unclean vocals. You can barely understand anything they're saying, but it still sounds like a post-hardcore punk rock sound that you would expect from the era. It's got horrible production, and I love it. I love every part of it. Alina.
Strong.
All right, go to Darren.
So I'm opposite Stu here on this because I think that Taking Back Sunday is the quintessential screamo post-hardcore group, mainly because there was a tour that when I was at Robert Morris came through, and it was Taking Back Sunday, Under Oath, and Armor for Sleep. So they all fit together in that same genre. I to say Alina is the better band or the song, I felt like overall the production and the sound of Make Damn Sure defines that screamo
Hey,
post-hardcore
I want
genre.
to clarify real quick. Everything Darren said is true. I'm just making a song selection here and a genre style selection here. But yeah, I mean that song is way better produced. The songwriting is good. I won't fight that. But in this case, I pick Alina.
Yeah, so Darren, you're picking based on what you think is more post-hardcore screamo. Is that the way you're looking at this?
I think it's, for this particular song, it's how the song lends itself to screamo post-hardcore. So how the vocals play, his high-pitched voice, and how the song kicks into the chorus and then it breaks down and it comes back. I think there's an element of the vocals mixed with the heavy nature sound of the band and how that plays into it. But I have to say that Make Damn Sure is just it's a heavy song without having breakdowns in it. That's why I picked that one.
One could also keep in mind what this band did for the genre, right? When we were talking with Rishi, that was something that he kind of kept going back to when he was like, and listen, you make your pick, it doesn't matter. But I mean, you can't deny what Taking Back Sunday did for the genre. And Chris, you're finishing this.
Yeah, I'm so tired of Taking Back Sunday, and Alina to me, I didn't know. I'm tired of Make Damn Sure too. I didn't know anything about this band. I generally don't gravitate towards like just all over the place, craziness and nonsense words, but something about the music here kind of sucked me in, and
isn't it great?
Kind of, yeah. It's I hate to say it, but it was a vibe for sure. So I'm gonna go Alina.
All right. So I guess Venus and Bacchus. That's how we would say it. Bacchus, Venus and Bacchus. Oh, I got plenty of it. I might spit on my microphone here. That moves on over Taking Back Sunday. Make Damn Sure.
And did you put these? Did you put these together, Steve? Did you put these brackets together personally?
No, the AI did.
Okay, I thought maybe you got they chose the songs, but you put the brackets together. So yeah, I put these.
Oh, no. That is correct. They chose the matchups and just gave me 1 verse 8, 4 verse 5. I downloaded this bracket and input things in there. So that was my mistake. But it does say Seisha here.
No, but you didn't choose the matchups is what I'm saying.
Oh, no.
Okay. Because this next one pisses me off.
Oh, does it? I thought this was going to be a breeze.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying because. All right, go ahead. I agree, but I agree.
Yeah, I don't want to be first, but if Darren, you go first on this one.
Yeah.
So Steve, you see what it is.
I think if
this is what it is to burn. Sorry, this is Finch. What it is to burn versus Atreyu, right side of the bed.
So between the two, there's elements of screamo post-hardcore in both of them. So Atreyu, right side of the bed, lends itself more to that post-hardcore screamo because they have a dedicated screamer in the band, and that was a major influence of the genre. So the song itself is very screamo post-hardcore because that element is in the song. Now Finch, on the other hand, they have elements where the singer comes in with this scream that just holds out for very, very long periods of time. So that's just like it's like a thunderous like element to the song. And then, there's dynamics. So if I was going to choose between the two, I'm
You
going to
are.
go with Finch, What It Is to Burn, mainly because of the dynamics of the song, the way that it kicks in with the scream and how there's valleys, and it kind of takes you more on a journey than Atreyu, which is kind of like a straight line.
Go ahead, Stu.
Honestly, so it's not a tough answer for me because we all know what the answer is. I'm with you on the fact that like these two shouldn't have been paired up because this song from Atreyu is so good. It hits so many parts of the genre that I love. Um, but yeah, anyways, that's beside the point. I mean, What It Is to Burn is going to win this one, without question. I mean, absolute perfection in songwriting, production, um, just a beautiful work of art. What It Is to Burn is. I mean, everyone knows. I don't have to say anything else.
Can I use my remix
What?
instead of my veto?
Hang on, let me get the box that this came in and check the little rule booklet. What is that?
That means I can remix the brackets however I want.
No, listen, this is what they gave us. It is what it is. Play it as it lies, Gilmore.
Well, look, I couldn't have said it any better than what's been already said. I think the combination of what Darren and Stu specifically said about this, it's a work of art. What It Is to Burn is a work of art. It sits on my mantle of the words to this song that I can read them directly from Nate, written. Shout out to Wingman Steve for that. But
Dude,
it's What It Is to Burn. I mean, it's the answer. But this right side of the bed, when I'll tell you what, like when I got this song, when this song was burned for me by somebody on this show,
yeah.
I did not stop listening to that song over and over and over again. It was that good, and I loved Atreyu, and I listened to more Atreyu, and it did a lot for what I thought about this genre. Like at the time, this got me into that. This song was like one of the main gateways into this music, and I loved it so much. I think they did a cover of what did they do a cover of? Was it Bon Jovi?
You Give Love a Bad Name.
Yeah. And at the time when I had first met, who obviously is now my wife, but my girlfriend, she's a big Bon Jovi fan. I'm like, oh, you got to listen to this. Of course, she hated it, but I was so proud of making her listen to that. But yeah, it's sad, it sucks, but it's got to be Finch. So
yeah. No, that Atreyu song is so good, dude. I'm with you. Like, and Atreyu in general is just again like a torchbearer for sort of the genre that we're talking about. With
you just put the torch out right there.
We put the torch out, but like, dude, it's tough with these brackets because we're talking about different genres almost in effect here.
All right. Well, next one we have Under Oath, Writing on the Walls versus. This one's funny. So AI told me the Bled You Know Who's seatbelt. That's what AI said, but it's actually Dale Earnhardt's seatbelt. I wonder if they couldn't say his name for some reason. It's really weird. Probably. So the Bled versus Under Oath.
I'll make it easy. I'll go first. It's my choice is Under Oath, Writing on the Walls. I mean, this is an amazing track, and nothing against Dale Earnhardt, but I just like it better. I don't really have much else to say. We'll keep it going there, but I'll pass it off to the next person.
Darren.
Yeah, I'm going to second that. I think Under Oath, Writing on the Walls, because it was the most mainstream song on the record, I would say, on that particular record, and it wasn't so much metal, because that album in particular went more on the metal side. But I think in this particular song, they brought back that element of the Screamo post-hardcore, and it has like these intricacies to breakdowns and drum patterns and guitar work, and I felt like that was the better song compared to the Bled.
Although I'll tell you what, and just to add on to what I said before, I think I can get into the bled. I did not hate what I listened to with Dale Earnhardt's Seatbelt. I think it's a pretty solid song, so definitely want to listen to more of them. But I can't say it's better than the Under Oath song here. So Stu, go ahead.
Honestly, I like genre-wise, they're both very similar songs. A lot of the same elements of screaming and clean and like little breakdowns that occur here and there. Um, but Under Oath is the winner here. I mean, that song is fantastic. That entire record is fantastic. Yeah, Under Oath.
All right, clean sweep. So last matchup in this little portion of the bracket is from first to last, Ride the Wings of Pestilence versus Armor for Sleep, Car Underwater. Who hasn't gone first in a while? I'm not keeping track.
I just went first.
Stu.
Well, dude, I'm not sure I'm totally equipped to answer this from a non-biased perspective. I love this album from Armor for Sleep, and I love this song. This is that cat, dude. That cat has an opinion.
What did he say? You're the vet. Tell me what he said.
He said, "Armor for Sleep, Armor for Sleep."
Okay,
Armor for Sleep. That's the answer.
Darren.
So I think the my choice between the two, I'm gonna go with Ride the Wings of Pestilence because it's again breakdowns, screaming. There's this like hook. There's a lot of complex drumming in it. Sonny Moore, that's Skrillex before he became Skrillex. That was like the emo sound.
Wait, Sonny Moore in this band?
Sonny Moore was in from first to last.
Oh, you're right, dude. Wait, he's the singer, right?
He was the singer on this album and the album
you're
after
right,
it.
dude.
And that's
all right. Yeah, good call.
So I'm going to say that this particular song, out of all the songs on that record, it just had that post-hardcore. Like I said, it made you want to like bounce when you played the riffs and everything. So I think Ride the Wings of Pestilence is my choice on this bracket.
Leaves it up to you, Chris. Oh, it's that growl. It's
the growl. These are close too. It's just like, do I want to go with the harder sound here? Do I want to go with what is a really just cool sounding song with Car Underwater? Ugh. Some of these suck. See, that's the thing. Like, I can't really sit here and say that I think that one song's better than the other because I don't feel like that's true. So it's really just going to come down to personal preference of what I prefer. I prefer a little bit more upbeat stuff. I'm going with Ride the Wings of Pestilence.
Dude, I honestly, I just kind of like put it on here a little bit just to recheck like what it sounds like. Man, there's some great harmonies on this track, some great melodies. Can I switch my answer? This song rules, dude.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's still one.
I'm going to switch my answer. I want my answer switched.
Clean sweep.
All right, that's the left side of the bracket all done. We go over to the top right.
The right side
here
of the bed.
That's
right.
Does
that mean will Sonny Moore come on the show? Is that what?
Yeah, let's get him.
Put in a good word. All right, so we got the Used, The Taste of Ink versus Orchid, New Jersey versus Valhalla. We have Dashboard Confessional, Screaming Infidelities. We have Chiodos, Baby Wouldn't Last a Minute on the Creek. We have Seos in 7 Years versus The Receiving End of Sirens, Planning a Prison Break. And we have Thrice, Deadbolt versus Boys Night Out, I Got Punched in the Nose. So we start at the top, The Used, Taste of Ink versus Orchid, New Jersey versus Valhalla. I don't know Orchid. I'm going to keep doing this because when I don't find one. Do you guys know that band?
No, dude. Does anybody know this band, or did the AI just like randomly pick this song?
Dude, I'm not AI. I don't know.
It's all random.
This shit is crazy. This song is completely insane. Like, I mean, part of me, like, I have mad respect for it because it's just straight up chaos hardcore. But like, dude, I bet you this song, no one knows who this band is, and it just got tossed over here. No one knows. Oh,
they gave ChatGPT a payoff.
Yeah, a lot of liberties here. Yeah. All right. I'll go first. The Used. Meh. Meh.
We can just ignore that, Stu. It's okay. Just move on.
The cat one has an answer, man. We're gonna go. Dude, I have this new orange cat back here. He's wild. He's watching us at the moment. So we're going with The Used. The Taste of Ink. Absolutely beautiful track. Incredible production. Probably this band was produced far better than it deserved at the time, to be honest. But this song is just incredible, dude. Great harmonies, great melodies, incredible melodies, and overall just a good song. So, Taste of Ink.
I'll just go make it easy. I'm not voting against Burt McCracken. I'm not voting against The Taste of Ink. It's one of my all-time favorite tracks. So that's my answer.
Darren, anything different to say?
I'm going to say The Taste of Ink because I think the vocals lend itself to the screamo post-hardcore. The song subject, everything, the lyrics. I think that's what I compare these two as, to make that the triumphant successor of the two.
Okay. Taste of Ink easily moves on. So now we have Dashboard Confessional Screaming Infidelities versus Chiodos Baby You Wouldn't Last a Minute on the Creek. And curious what you guys think of Chiodos.
Yeah, I think, between the two, I'm going to say Chiodos because they are more, again, screamo than I always thought Dashboard Confessional was more like an acoustic punk, like pop punk, type of band. So I didn't really think that they have any post-hardcore in the song. And I know like he screams, he means it. It's very whiny, but I think that if you had to compare the two, the Chiodo song is more screamo post-hardcore.
Yeah, look, I don't know why Dashboard Confessional's here. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. I don't think it belongs on this list. And I genres aside, okay, so just throwing that out the window, and just because it is here, we have to. I have to still think about which song makes more sense to move forward. And I still go, like, even on a vacuum, on an even playing for it, I still go Baby You Wouldn't Last a Minute on the Creek. I think it's a much better track. So that's the way I'm going. Chiodos.
Your Dashboard, dude. You gonna stand up for them?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Did you say Stu? Okay.
I did.
Darren, did you pick Chiodos too? Chiodos?
I did. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna toss out my override.
Oh, overridden.
All right. So listen, real quick. So that Chiodos song is pretty sick. I like most of what Chiodos does. I think they're a pretty sick band. This song is actually pretty great. Listen, I'm playing by what I got in front of me, okay? Screaming Infidelities is some kind of AI pun here, okay? Screamo, screaming, I don't know, whatever. But it's a better song. And there's a lot of reasons why, so I'm going to throw out my override.
You don't need to give a reason because you used your override.
We should have just had like a sound effect.
I didn't give my reasons. They're too long.
It should be like electricity starting up. Like that's the override, right?
I was thinking more of like an alarm, like a beow, beow, but either way.
I gotta say,
squeeze the cat real hard.
I gotta say one thing about Dashboard Confessional compared to Chiodos. Chiodos, the thing about post-hardcore and screamo, you always see mosh pits break out. You always see a lot of sweaty people. Dashboard Confessional, when I was there at college at St. Vincent College, it was a sea of Abercrombie and Fitch t-shirts and mainly girls, and they probably dragged their boyfriends to the show. Nobody was moshing. It was the most boring show I've ever seen in my life. I wanted to go see a Screamo post-hardcore show. I wanted to run to that type of show. I know that Thrice opened for Dashboard Confessional on one tour, which was very odd.
Dude,
but
every tour since they've opened up for Dashboard.
I would have rather have seen a band like that than Dashboard Confessional. I felt like that was the farthest from Screamo post-hardcore.
It was a trap. It was a trap.
It was a trap.
It was a trap. It was a trap.
That's what happens when the override kicks in.
Listen, hey, Darren, you're not wrong. I'm just saying, like, these are the cards I've been dealt. Okay, I got to make a choice. All right.
That's why we have the override / veto.
That's right. All right, we're ready to move on to the next one?
We are.
All right, so we have Seosin, 7 years, versus the receiving end of Sirens, planning a prison break. Dan, you want to kick off?
Yeah, I think the receiving end of Sirens is my pick on this one because, again, it's heavier. Seosin, 7 years is a great song. However, I think the receiving end of Sirens playing at Prison Break is that upbeat, more has more of an edge to it than 7 years.
Oh, wow.
I'll be the swing. Stu, why don't you go next?
I can't believe how wrong that answer was.
I can't believe how wrong that was. Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah. So my pick is Seosin. Listen, this song, Planning a Prison Break, it's a good song. It's a cute, like very clean sounding, well produced track with some good melodies and some fun in it. But this time in the scene where Seosin put out 7 years and Anthony Green was finding his nutsack, okay, learning how to scream. Dude, there's nothing like it. This song is an absolute classic. It's a foundational track for literally no joke. What happened 20 years after? At 7 years straight up. Let's go.
Strong opinion. All right, Chris, you're the tiebreak here.
Yeah. It's not even close for me. It's 7 years. This is like, one of my favorite Seosin songs, and I'm a huge fan of this band. This song just hits. It's so hard. Like I love this one. I could play this anytime. And so yeah, it's so good. I don't think there's much. What more can I say? It's just, if you haven't listened to Seosin ever in your life, just turn this song on, please. There's other good ones, but I need you to listen to this. The receiving end. I'll just give the other one its due real quick. Like, you're right. I enjoy Planning a Prison Break. I don't really know as much about the receiving end of Sirens, though. I'm not as familiar with that band. But the song was fairly enjoyable. I understand the upbeat part of it. But, man, there's something special about 7 years that I can't get away from. So,
Stu, the Seosin show was the one that you guys were talking about going to, that they added like 2 and 3 more shows recently?
No, that was Circle Survive.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still Anthony Green. So
I'm going to override, and I want to say it's Seven Dust. So it's Seosin covering Seven Dust.
What?
You can't override it because that's not a choice.
Wait, wait?
I'm not sure what he was trying to say.
Are you making a bad joke here?
I think he's trying to use his override.
And make it, basically Seven Dust will enter the picture in this.
You can't replace a band.
Oh God. Okay, wait a second. Are you actually overriding though?
We're overriding the word years with dust.
He's not listening. He's just continuing to say the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't think you can't use the override in that manner.
Okay. Steve, you got to look at your rule book. Is that allowed?
I have no idea what's going on here.
You're Judge Mills Lane here. Can you check?
So are you trying to use your veto?
I think I will use my veto because I think that there is
God.
There's a heavy.
Oh my. Okay, go ahead.
In Planning a Prison Break, there's that dun, 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 dun. Not in 7 years. There is no breakdown in 7 years.
All right.
So
Just like that.
I'm overriding.
7 years is out. Sorry, Stu. Do you need a minute?
Yeah, apparently.
I mean, listen, you kept dashboard over Chiodo, so
Yeah, I don't know.
goes
I
around,
guess
comes back around.
I deserve this, but man, this is just the wrong choice. All right. Anyways,
All right.
fun. Let's keep going.
Last matchup in this area of the bracket, we have Thrice Deadbolt versus Boys Night Out. I got punched in the nose.
Go ahead, Stu. You can
hold up.
rebound.
Oh wait, there's more to that. I got punched in the nose for sticking my face in other people's business. I ran out of space.
Dude, so Thrice. I mean, I don't know. So every once in a while on these, I have to just admit my lack of knowledge of a song. So like, I like Boys Not Out. I just don't know this song that well. Deadbolt is just a ridiculously solid track. I'm sorry, I have to claim ignorance a little bit here. I know Deadbolt. I love everything Thrice has ever done. Basically 95% of what they've done. And I'm gonna claim Thrice here. I'm sorry.
Good, Darren.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Thrice Deadbolt just because it's a iconic guitar riff of that screamo post-hardcore genre. It between the two songs, I would say that Deadbolt is the better of the two because of the elements of the screaming, the songwriting, the lyrics, and just overall, Thrice as songwriters in this particular song.
Yeah. I don't know much about that. Okay, so it's already decided unless I want to veto this.
Right.
I kind of got into the Boys Not Out song a little bit, guys. Like something about that, but you're probably right. I mean, I'm on the fence here, and when you're on the fence, you got to go to an old favorite. I don't know how I go against Thrice and Deadbolt. I mean, it's really good. So maybe if we do this again in another year, I'd maybe think differently. But for right now, it's going to be Deadbolt. Moving forward.
All right. Well, we have one final quadrant of the bracket. The matchups ahead of us. Number 1 seed Thursday, Understanding in a Car Crash versus Page 99, In Love with an Apparition. Then we have Coheed and Cambria, A Favor House Atlantic versus A Static Lullaby, The Shooting Star That Destroyed Us. Then we have Alexis on Fire, This Could Be Anywhere in the World versus Hidden in Plain View, Bleed for You. And finally, can't have this type of bracket without a Story of the Year song, Until the Day I Die versus City of Caterpillar, A Heart-Filled Reaction to Dissatisfaction. Couldn't tell I didn't know that last one very much. So, Thursday versus Page 99. Chris?
This is just based on the fact that, and I hate to be the guy, I think Stu just talked about it, but I don't want to make decisions based on ignorance, but I don't know much about Page 99. So I really like this Thursday song. I am a fan of the band Thursday. I'm going to go with Understanding in a Car Crash, even though it's not necessarily one of the strongest. I think it's okay, but it kind of gives me vibes of other bands that I really like. So
is that their biggest song?
Is it?
Spotify wise? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I just don't know if it's my favorite song of theirs, is what I'm trying to say. Like I'm not arguing whether or not it's their most famous or whatever, but I'm going to go that route. So Understanding in a Car Crash is my choice here.
Darren, what do you think? Agreed?
That is their most popular song on Spotify. I think, yeah, between the two songs, I would say Thursday, Understanding a Car Crash, because the way that the song changes feel, the vocals, the screamo vocals, the lyrics, and I think between the two, it's just a better written song.
Dude, I gotta make a comment about, so I lost this because I was gonna pick Page 99, but this song is very cool. Like, it starts off with a Kurt Cobain soundbite, which is so neat, dude. It's just talking about just rocking and having fun and what's cool. And man, that soundbite like just sets off this whole song. The other thing about this song, it's really cool. It's like this song, if there's any track on this whole thing, it embodies like exactly what we would call screamo. Because I think nobody knows what screamo really is. Like, it's a term no one really uses and everyone hates, because there's so many other genre defining terms. But like this track is just screaming and it's dramatic and desperate sounding and it's fucking awesome. The song is very cool and it starts with a Kurt Cobain soundbite. So I'm gonna vote "In Love with an Apparition."
Why do people hate that term?
Like, dude, I don't know.
Problem?
You tell me, dude, because it's like it doesn't tell anybody anything. Like anytime anybody hears music that's heavy that has any screaming, people call it screamo. But like there's so much music, there's so many different like genres that have screaming in it, and they're not quote unquote screamo, like it's just a bad word. I hate
What
it.
do you call it then? Like what's the word?
This song is screamo.
Is post-hardcore a better genre-defining term for these bands?
I think hardcore, post-hardcore. You've got progressive metal. There's lots of different terms that you could put out there to define things, but screamo is just like a stupid scenester name. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I just kind of hate the term.
Scenester. I like that.
Yeah, it is. It's a scenester name.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't matter because Understanding the Car Crash won and moved on.
Yeah. Hey, did you guys have any opinions about the Page 9 song? It's a cool track, dude. I don't know, the Kurt Cobain thing was pretty sweet.
This one I just listened to one time. I didn't really connect with it, so maybe with a couple more listens.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, so moving forward, we have Coheed and Cambria, A Favor House Atlantic versus A Static Lullaby, The Shooting Star That Destroyed Us. Stu?
This was pretty easy for me. A Favor House Atlantic is the winner here. Just absolutely incredible melodies, great harmonies, great songwriting. Like the Static Lullaby song is okay. I mean, it follows like a pretty classic formula here. There's not a lot of songs out there like A Favor House Atlantic, so the Coheed song is going to win here.
Darren?
So I'm going to go towards the Static Lullaby because this particular song leans more towards the screamo post-hardcore than Coheed and Cambria. Coheed and Cambria, the Favor House Atlantic, feels more like a punk song. There's no screaming. It's all singing. So I think that between the two, that Static Lullaby kind of fits that mold a little.
What's the better with this song?
Although Coheed and Cambria might be the better song, I feel like if you're going towards the screamo post-hardcore element, that's where I would lean more towards the Static Lullaby.
Well, yeah, and that's the way you've been judging these. So you can go that route, but I'm going the route of because here's the thing. Like again, we all agreed that AI put these songs on this list. So regardless of that, I guess we can make our own distinction on how we want to move these forward. But I'm moving. There's no way I'm not moving Coheed and Cambria forward. Like they're just like out of this world in terms of the melodies that they come up with. It's the guitar melodies are amazing. And Favor House Atlantic is the minute I listened to it, it was one of my favorite songs. So I'm sorry, like I don't even care. It could be jazz, and I would move it forward here. Favor House Atlantic
moves on over jazz.
I think the one thing that I look at when I'm like judging these songs is like, Coheed is more progressive post-hardcore, but they never really there was a couple songs off of their this album and the one before where they did have that screaming element like the other bands, but I feel like for this particular song, this was their pop hit. and it was like it kind of distanced itself
I agree
from
with that.
the
It is a pop hit.
it distanced itself from the screamo element that defined that genre. So
that's fine. Use your veto then. You already used
It's
it.
gone. There's none.
I already used it.
You have the sole override left, Chris.
You know,
He
I'm not
doesn't
gonna
get
veto.
overrides. He has vetoes.
He does.
I'm
that's
not
true.
going to use the veto on something I chose myself. So we're good.
All right, moving on. We have Alexis on Fire. This could be anywhere in the world versus Hidden in Plain View. Bleed for You. Chris, I think you go first. I don't know. Making it up.
Man, this is another one of those that I like. I love both of these tracks, but I really think that Bleed for You is the better one here, just by a hair. Oh, there's a cat. There's a lot of cats.
Dingleberry Jones.
Dingleberry Jones.
This is not changing, and you know, a lot can be said for both of these tracks in terms of the musical compositions. I think they both have great guitar. The lyrics on these both a lot of energy. Ton of great screaming on these tracks here. Bleed for You is the one though. That's the song.
Darren, you agree?
I am going to lean more towards Alexis on Fire because they are very much more screamo post-hardcore for this particular song, because I feel like the Hidden in Plain View is more singing as opposed to Alexis on Fire. Anywhere This Could Be Anywhere in the World being way more in your face, intense screaming. There's a breakdown, and that's why I would go towards Alexis on Fire between the two.
Yeah, man, I agree with you, dude. This Alexis on Fire track is incredible, and Alexis on Fire rules, dude. I mean, this band is the perfect mix of like heavier stuff, great melodies, Dallas Green in there just taking over the choruses and clean parts, guitar work. This band is incredible. I wish they were bigger than they are. It's just amazing how good that band is. So Alexis on Fire.
And I'm not even mad. I'm
mad.
I'm going both.
Dude, that Hidden in Plain View song is amazing too. I have to say, honestly, it's just got two. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Okay, last matchup in the round of 32. We have Story of the Year, Until the Day I Die, Mainstay, versus City of Caterpillar, a heart-filled reaction to dissatisfaction. Who's up first, Stu?
Dude, so I'm gonna claim ignorance here. I listened to this song like 12 hours ago, and then a little bit since, but I don't know. And we all know Until the Day I Die, Story of the Year. It's just one of those classics. It's like cliche at this point, that song, but it's fantastic. We're gonna go with Story of the Year.
Yeah, I think songs that are cliche for a reason.
That's true. Some of them songs cliche.
Some of them I agree with. Some of them I don't. I'm not saying I agree with that or not. It's a mainstay. It's mainstream. People know this song, and I don't care. I think it's outstanding. All the feels of early 2000s revolve on the inside and outside of Until the Day I Die. That's the choice.
Darren?
I'm going to Story of the Year, Until the Day I Die. It's the quintessential song, screamo post-hardcore track, and between the two, I think this is the one that tops, everything.
Yeah, you're not a City of Caterpillar fan?
I think between the two, this one was the one that kind of fit more of the genre.
Hey, do any of you guys know City of Caterpillar?
No. I do not.
All right, so that's another ChatGPT pick.
They all are.
I know they all are, but nope. Has anybody actually heard a song from them?
Never.
No.
Okay. All right. This one.
Welcome to the City of Caterpillar. That's what
I do want to mention one more thing. I do want to mention one more thing about
13,000 monthly listeners.
The previous bracket. Okay, Hidden in Plain View. I do got to mention another connection is Rob Freeman from Hidden in Plain View mixed the Identity Extract Devices So if he's tuning into this, which I have no idea if he does, but
Probably not.
He would be disappointed that the guy that
we're gonna tell him now.
You're gonna tell him that, hey, the band that you mixed.
We had Chris from Hidden Play View on the show before. We can get him.
And I think that
throwing you under the bus.
And he mixes all of the stuff that Dave, the singer in Identity X, does now. So yeah, he probably will be mad that I'm throwing him under the bus. But I think between the two,
we're gonna use
Alexis
this clip.
on Fire.
We're gonna blast it out. Give you some extra heat.
Well,
he's never gonna answer my text anymore if I need him to mix something.
You're done.
He's like, go to the guys from Alexis on Fire. Let them mix your track.
Prick. All right. Well, we got through it. We're going to get down to the, what is this? The Sweet 16 is next.
This is where it gets fun, right?
This is going to be fun. Only Chris has a veto that he can use. Nobody else has one. You guys already blew it. So first matchup, we have Ohio is for Lovers by Hawthorne Heights versus brand new, The Quiet Things That No One Ever Knows. Where are we going on this one? Stu?
We're going to go with Ohio. Ohio is for Lovers.
All right. Short and sweet. I think everybody spoke about each song, so maybe these rounds will go faster.
Are you calling out that you want us just to go, Steve, or are you calling everybody out?
I don't need to call everybody out. Just go.
It's Quiet Things.
This is a tough one. I'm gonna say Ohio is for Lovers because of the screaming element.
Don't even write it. Just veto it.
You know that I have a backspace, even if I did write it in.
Don't even write it. Just veto it.
Yeah, just this preposterous.
Okay, so the veto brings Quiet Things That No One Ever knows.
Keep the blood in your head. Obviously you're not.
Keep the blood in your head. All right, they're all used up. All right.
Yep.
No craziness.
Now we're just gonna have to play it as it is. So the next matchup is Funeral for a Friend, Rookie of the Year versus Senses Fail, Buried Alive. I missed whatever you just said.
No, I just the fact that Saosin didn't make it into this is just ridiculous.
You're mad.
All right. Yeah, I'm mad. I'm fucking pissed. All right, let's go. Let's
take it out on the rest of the bracket. Darren, what's this one? Funeral for a Friend, Rookie of the Year versus Senses Fail.
I'm gonna go with Funeral for a Friend, Rookie of the Year because again, like they have that. There's time, not time signature, but like the breakdown elements and the screaming and all that between Senses Fail, which is more melodic sounding.
Yeah, Buddy Has Never Failed Me, and I like this Rookie of the Year song, but I definitely don't like it as much as Bury a Lie. So,
wait a second. You can't write that in there yet. What are you doing, dude? I didn't vote yet.
We don't worry about that. No one else can see that.
All right. Well, I'm voting Rookie of the Year. Okay. Fuck on out of here.
Didn't they both vote for Bury a Lie?
One was Rookie of the Year. One was Bury a Lie.
Oh, shouldn't have called it out.
Can I veto again?
No.
So you're going Funeral for a Friend?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that. So
that makes sense.
I think that's an upset. It's definitely an upset.
That's a huge upset. There's okay. We're going to talk about this later, but keep going.
Like if you had asked me how I thought that top bracket would have gone, I could have seen Quiet Things versus Bury a Lie. That threw me off. All right,
keep it interesting.
We have your guys' new favorite song, Venus and Bacchus, which beat Taking Back Sunday up against Finch's What It Is to Burn Here.
Hey, real quick timeout.
Yeah.
Are the listeners able to somehow see this bracket at all?
I'm gonna post the blank one. I'm gonna post a link to it.
Okay, cool. Because Venus and Bacchus is probably an obscure winner here, but that song is worth listening to.
Also, in the show notes is a Spotify playlist with all these songs. All right, that's probably the better thing.
All right, cool, sweet. All right, I guess I'll just go. What It Is to Burn. Duh.
What It Is to Burn.
I'm going to say What It Is to Burn.
Yeah. Figured that one would breeze right through. All right. So we have now Writing on the Walls by Underoath versus Ride the Wings of Pestilence by From First to Last.
I don't want to go first.
That was a long thought to say you didn't want to go first.
I think I'm going to say Writing on the Walls by Under Oath. They both have elements of metal. So I think that's the thing that's like, it's hard to say like what's the more screamo post-hardcore, but I think that Writing on the Walls is the better song compared to Ride the Wings of Pestilence. It just has, all the elements of screamo post-hardcore in one song. Whereas like Ride the Wings of Pestilence is more of like a radio friendly, it was written more with like hooks and, but I think Writing on the Walls kind of fits that, like a lot of changing of elements throughout the song that, kind of defines that screamo post-hardcore where a lot of things changed, throughout the song. That's what I'd say defines that, why that one wins over the other.
Here, I'll make it interesting. I'm going Ride the Wings, not just for fun, but it definitely. Look, I mean, take coin flip here, guys. But I definitely like guitar wise. Like, there's some really cool stuff that Ride the Wings does. That, man, and vocally, even though maybe not as much screaming, does some really cool stuff with his vocals. Like a very talented individual. I don't know the guy's name, but.
Skrillex.
Man, is that Skrillex singing?
It's the Skrillex guy singing.
Yeah.
I thought he couldn't sing. I thought he had a marshmallow on his head or something.
Well, he stopped being able to sing.
That was a different guy.
Yeah, blew his voice out totally, and then he was like, "Yo, electronics."
I'm gonna go. Yeah, Ride the Wings. That's my choice. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Under Oath, Writing on the Walls. Great song, great. Just Under Oath's vibe, especially at that time, incredible. Just two singers, great songwriting, guitars, breakdowns, bridges are sick, amazing.
Probably the right choice.
All right, from first to last goes on to what's next, the Elite Eight. So on the right side of the bracket here, on the top right, we have the Used, Taste of Ink against Dashboard Confessional, Screaming Infidelities. Let's see if this veto pays off in the long run. Stu, what do you think?
Wow. Yeah, I have to say, this is actually hard for me right here. This is a tough one. Taste of Ink is such a good song. Oh, I do like Screaming Infidelities, though. It just taps into my... I don't even want to say it. Okay,
what would Peter Parker choose in this situation? That's
a great question. What would Peter Parker would choose? Screaming Infidelities. Absolutely. Screaming Infidelities. Thank you, dude. That pushed me over the edge. Thank you. Why did you say that, dude? That's so great.
Because they're on the I think it's on the Spider-Man soundtrack.
Okay. No, I thought that was
Vindicated.
Vindicated.
Oh, Vindicated. Okay. All
yeah.
Right. All right.
But it's all right. It's still a connection.
Yeah, it's still a connection.
It was still good.
Yeah, it's good.
I'll be vindicated since you guys voted out. You guys voted out Burial Eye, so I feel like a certain way right now about this whole thing. I feel better if Taste of Ink moves on, so that's my choice. Taste of Ink. I again say the Dashboard Confessional should not be here. Sorry, Stu.
Yeah, I think Taste of Ink lends itself more to Screamo.
I don't care.
Dashboard Confessional lends itself more to emo.
More to sleep. More to deep sleep.
Whatever.
So I think that's where you have to take out the scream and just, if it was just emo post-hardcore.
What if it was just O?
If it was just
hardcore.
Then it would be more of like an Irish type of, genre. Like
Irish Goodbye at the concert.
Yeah.
Or, I think that Dashboard Confessional led itself a little bit more to changing the station.
Yeah.
No,
like if Dropkick Murphys had a Tom DeLonge accent, to all their music, then they would be more hardcore punk.
They should.
They
should. All right, we got it. We got it. Taste of Ink.
Moving on, we have the receiving end of Sirens planning a prison break versus Thrice Deadbolt.
I'm gonna go with Deadbolt because I think between the two songs, it's the better genre-defining song. I'm sorry, trios as they are known, but Bryce is the more Deadbolt is the more
But you used your veto for the other song.
well, it's between the two,
Yeah,
and
you used your veto.
I would say between Planning a Prison Break and Deadbolt is more screamo post-hardcore than Planning a Prison Break.
Very objective.
Who's next?
That would have been subjective. It's Deadbolt's the right answer.
Deadbolt.
All right, easy.
It should have been Seosin all along, but fuck you guys.
So does that make you even angrier that he used his veto? He used his veto, and then he just totally fucking gave up on the band that he destroyed you for. This is gonna go deep. All right, we have Thursday, Understanding the Car Crash versus Coheed and Cambria, Favorite House Atlantic.
I'll go. I just have a hard time. I have a hard time saying that any song's as good as a Favorite House Atlantic. I'm going to stick with that. Favorite House Atlantic's my pick.
Darren?
I'm going to say Thursday, Understanding a Car Crash, because between the two tracks, again, going back to Screamo post-hardcore, it leans more towards Screamo post-hardcore than a Favorite House Atlantic, which is more of a pop song.
Stu?
I'm going to go with a Favorite House Atlantic. Absolutely incredible melodies.
So that wasn't just for spite.
Vocal. No,
he did it for spite. That's why
that's not.
He wants 7 years. He wants Seosin there.
He does.
I do, but that was in the last bracket, boys. All right, come on.
Can't do anything about that now.
Can he do like a chess move like with Seosin and have it like?
I tried that. I tried all that.
Can it be like a bishop on the chessboard and move to that bracket?
Sorry, those rules don't apply here, sir. All right, finishing out the Sweet 16, we have Alexis on Fire, This Could Be Anywhere in the World versus Story of the Year, Until the Day I Die. Man, I would think that one's got to keep moving on. I don't know. Would you guys call it cheesy?
Okay, so if I'm going to select between the two, okay, Screamo post-hardcore, I'm going to say Until the Day I Die is more of the pop song mainstream type of track compared to This Could Be Anywhere in the World, because there is no like the Screamer and Alexis on Fire is very much leaning more towards Screamo post-hardcore in this track. So I'm going to say it's Alexis on Fire, This Could Be Anywhere in the World.
I'm going Story of the Year. Iconic song. It needs to move on. And my daughter's name's Alexis, so I'm still voting against that.
I'm pulling Alexis on Fire here.
Oh, you guys.
Easy pick.
Easy pick. Wow. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I thought Story of the Year was going far.
I thought we talked about this, Stu.
What? Oh, did we?
You guys colluding?
No, not at all.
I thought that we were gonna just figure out a way to maybe do a little bit better.
This is fun, guys. I like this. This is a good time. All right.
Final
four, baby. Final four. Let's get after it.
It's the Elite Eight. It's almost.
We're getting to the Final Four.
We're on the road to the Final Four.
Here's the thing. If Mike Tomlin was the deciding factor, if he had to make the decision between the two, what would he choose?
Story of the Year, without a question. He already said so. Go to the next song. What's the next bracket?
Do we need a dump button for Darren? Are we just yanking him off whenever?
Mike Tomlin's just a guy now. He's just a guy that is in Pittsburgh.
That's true. All right. So we are down to the Elite Eight and going to represent the top left portion of this bracket. They named the brackets, but they made no sense, so I didn't even pay attention. We have brand new The Quiet Things That No One Ever Knows versus Funeral for a Friend, Rookie of the Year.
Still Quiet Things. Still the best song.
I'm going to say Rookie of the Year by Funeral for a Friend because, again, it's just...
I think you have to vote for the better songs. You're very focused on, like, it has to be this exact thing.
I felt like Funeral for a Friend Rookie of the Year has those elements. Like it lends itself.
That's what he's doing, Steve.
Very focused. Very focused on that. It's okay.
Screamo post-hardcore. There's screaming. There's post-hardcore elements.
There's screaming and quiet things too.
But I think it's
I'm with Darren. I'm with Darren.
Because it's a type of scream. I think like there's the if you compare, like, we go to the other side, if you compare the scream of Burt McCracken versus the scream of the Thrice singer, they're very different. So I think that when you have that, like, it borderlines on metal, that's where the post-hardcore thing kind of it bridges that gap.
It's Rookie of the Year.
Wow. Okay.
We're actually right now we're post Reason and Rational Thought.
Yeah,
that's where we're at.
It's just a crazy mix up world here, Chris.
Listen, we gotta pick the song that's against the song. Rookie of the Year is a better song than Quiet Things.
That's not the case. It's not.
It's also
Quiet Things is a masterpiece.
It's a subjective competition. It doesn't mean that Quiet Things is bad. It is just.
That's what it means. That's what it means. It means it's not as good.
It's not. It's not.
I think that there have been a lot of choices here where I've been okay.
It's getting heated.
Some of these I haven't been. You guys have eliminated all my favorite tracks, and that gets to somebody deep.
Oh man,
you've systematically dismantled.
Well, you fucked up a lot of my choices too, buddy.
I did not. I voted with you, sir.
All right. Well, I don't know, Darren. You guys are brothers. You guys are fucking it all up. All right.
All right. Just move on.
Was there bias? We forgot to say that there can't be any brother bias. No bias is allowed.
I don't think there.
I don't think there is. I don't sense any brother bias.
You actually just accused them, so I think you do think that.
No, I didn't accuse them of bias. The two of them are just somehow doing it. I don't know.
He wanted Census Fail. I wanted Funeral for a Friend. There you go. That shows you there's no bias.
All right. Well, let's see what we got here. Representing the bottom left quadrant, we have What It Is to Burn by Finch, and we have Writing on the Walls by Under Oath.
Oh, I spoke too soon, by the way, about you guys dismantling all the songs that I
was going to say.
Like.
If this,
sorry, I wasn't thinking.
Put your vote in. Go ahead.
What It Is to Burn.
Yeah,
I think this one's a little bit closer. I think Under Oath, if there were a song that could rival What It Is to Burn, it might be that one, but it's still not enough for me.
Dude, I'm with you. It is closer. This is a close one, but I think it's also easy. It's What It Is to Burn.
So although What It Is to Burn is the more mainstream choice, I'm still sticking to Writing on the Wall because I feel like it, again, like the elements of Writing on the Wall lend itself to, there's like the mainstream aspect of What It Is to Burn kind of takes it, What Is the Burn takes it out of that like Screamo post-hardcore, whereas I think Writing on the Wall, since it has a lot of varying parts and not like a lot of hooks that come back, like verse, chorus. I think that's why like Writing on the Wall kind of lends itself to the better of the two in that. Not to say it's a better song, but I think when you're comparing it to Screamo post-hardcore, that's a defining element.
That is your criteria, but you are outvoted 2-1.
I'm sure there's people out there that are listening that agree, but it doesn't matter because Steve's right. So move on.
The votes, that's what counts. So in the top right, we have the used Taste of Ink versus Thrice Deadbolt. What do you say, Darren?
I'm going to say Deadbolt because it is the heavier, more in your face Screamo post-hardcore song between the two.
I'm always here for the heavier song, but I also can't ignore a good melody with heavy elements to it. Taste of Ink is the choice.
Boy. I have to agree. Taste of Ink is the winner here. Just as a complete song, it is the better song overall. Compared to Deadbolt. Yes.
All right.
I would put them in different genres altogether, but it's the better song.
All right. In the bottom right, we have A Favor House Out Atlantic, Coheed and Cambria. This Could Be Anywhere in the World by Alexis on Fire. Chris, you want to start this one? This will be the last of the final four.
I think this is where A Favor House Atlantic ends. I did vote against. Like, I think that I've been opposed to Alexis on Fire. Actually, only the one time. Yeah, it's a really good song. And I think this is where I now will consider the genre of the song itself, even though Favor House Atlantic is undeniable and what it brings to the table musically. I think that I think this song by Alexis on Fire does something similar in a different way. I'm not saying that, they're on the same par when it comes to guitar work, but I think just the total package. I'm going Alexis on Fire on this one.
Stu?
That's a tough one, man. Yeah, it's like there's nothing Screamo about A Favor House Atlantic, like nothing. It's clearly in sort of the pop world when it comes to this. Like you could pair it alongside like Jimmy Eat World if you wanted to, But God, the melodies are so good. From a technicality and musical perspective, Alexis on Fire wins this, and Dallas Green is just beautiful as a man and a singer. Of course, Alexis on Fire.
Well, it's decided. Darren, you want to agree?
I'm going to say Alexis on Fire because there are no screaming elements, and A Favor House Atlantic is more a pop song compared to.
You've been saying that every single time.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, we have our final four. We have Funeral for a Friend, Rookie of the Year versus Finch, What Is to Burn, and we have The Used Taste of Ink versus Alexis on Fire. This Could Be Anywhere in the World. This is it, guys. Final four. Stu, you want to kick this one off? Rookie of the Year versus What It Is to Burn.
Easy. What It Is to Burn. Let's go.
What It Is to Burn.
Yeah, I think between the two, I'm going to say What It Is to Burn.
All right. What It Is to Burn had an easy road to the finale. Let's see if this will be any more difficult. The Used, Taste of Ink, Alexis on Fire. What do you guys think? Darren, you want to kick this one off?
Yes. Again, going back to the Favorite House Atlantic type of similarity, the Taste of Ink is more of a pop infused song, whereas This Could Be Anywhere in the World has more of those hardcore elements with the screaming. That's what makes it post-hardcore, whereas Taste of Ink has just little bits of screamo in it. But I think it's the way that This Could Be Anywhere in the World has those that breakdown, that intro with the drums being like kind of that effect on the drum beat and everything. So I think those are the elements that makes it more post-hardcore screamo than the Taste of Ink.
Chris, you still rolling with The Used?
Wait a minute. I'll tell you what. In comparison, I look at This Could Be Anywhere in the World. I think is the choice here. I don't think I know.
Wow.
And I'll tell you why, because I think the Taste of Ink, like obviously Taste of Ink, I'm a big, I'm a huge The Used fan or Used. I love the stuff that they do. Taste of Ink isn't necessarily my favorite song by them. It's definitely up there, but it has its charm. Now to this point, where it has been in the brackets, I've taken it easy because I've taken that choice easy because I think it easily was the better song. But man, against this song, I know I was critical against Alexis on Fire in the first round, but since then, I don't think there's been anything that could touch it. I feel like this is the right choice. I think this one should go to the finals. I don't care. I'm going Alexis on Fire.
Okay, that moves it on, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Alexis on Fire.
Did we get everybody? You want to say your piece?
Yep, that's it.
Do you think it's a travesty, or do you agree?
Me?
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, Stu.
Wow.
Clean sweep. All right, well, this is it. It's the finals. And now is decision time. Is Alexis on Fire? This could be anywhere in the world. Gonna beat Finch. What is to burn? Is it going to? I don't think it can. Stu?
No, it can't. It
Darren?
cannot. And it's a bummer because, dude, even before we started this entire thing, like we were looking at the set list, and I was like, yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple. It's just the way these things are set up, man. The way you put them together, it's inevitable. What it is to burn.
So I think I'm going to talk about the lyrics between the two, because
they're both great.
That's what's probably the deciding factor here. I think that it's this could be anywhere in the world is more of a serious topic, you know. But I think that since What It Is to Burn is more about, it's like a whiny type of, you know, kind of lends itself more to like, you know, a relationship and talking about, you know, that subject matter. I'm going to say What It Is to Burn, because that's the whole thing about emo post-hardcore, is that there was just that like element that it was about like breakups and sadness and sorrow and relationships. So I think What It Is to Burn is lends itself more to that screamo emo, whereas This Could Be Any Old World is more of a punk, hardcore punk type of song.
So we got.
I mean, I can't. It's What It Is to Burn, ladies and gentlemen. But I forget what I was going to say here. I think that I think in a best of 7 series, this is closer than what you think. Like, it's for 4 games to. Sorry, 4 games to 3, 4 games to 2. Like, I think it goes down to game 6 or 7 if you want to put it in hockey terms. There's so much to like about, you know, This Could Be Anywhere. Somebody just enjoy it. But you're putting it up against, in my opinion, against a song that's like a magnum opus of this band, and it just, I don't know. How do you touch What It Is to Burn? There's so much going for that song, and I know there's some people that probably have reasons for it, and we love to hear it. But for this particular bracket, it is the winner. It's the one that makes the most sense. So I am moving this one forward.
So I think one thing, if they were comparing the song What It Is to Burn to 44 Caliber Love Letter by Alexis on Fire, then you could say, okay, you know, these kind of subject matters match more, and you could say what was the better track comparatively. So I think that it's the subject matter that leaned more towards What It Is to Burn for me.
Whatever the reason, What It Is to Burn moves along and is the winner. Round of applause for Finch. What It Is to Burn. Stu, looking back, what are your regrets? What would you have done different? Are you happy with the result? Is it all good?
I mean, I'm just pissed off Sayson didn't make it through. Like, that would have been a top 2 for me, I think, man. That's stupid. Anyways, everything else is fine. I can live with it all. But
the lone regret.
I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter at all.
If Seosin wasn't eliminated, did you feel like it could make it through?
I don't know. I think Seosin, I think that song, it's not my favorite Anthony Green song of all time, but like, dude, I think it goes up against any of this stuff, and it probably would have won for me.
Darren, any regrets?
I'm gonna say, let's see, what was I regretting here? the list here. Let's see. I think, I think Thursday not moving ahead over Coheed. I think Thursday was the better choice between the two, but it beat me out, So I think that was my thing. I think Thursday is the quintessential Screamo band compared to Coheed and Cambria. So,
Chris, I think you had multiple regrets, but ultimately, I think you're happy.
I regret nothing. If you're saying regrets, because I feel like I made all the right choices. It's you can't just like when you're on the road driving, you can't control what the other drivers are doing. I could not control some of the utter nonsense on this particular show. No offense, but I think that burying Barry Alive made little to no sense here. Rookie of the Year is fine, but it's no Barry Alive, guys. Come on. And Quiet Things. You somebody tried to vote them out against Ohio is for Lovers. Forget who it was, but what? I don't understand that. And then again, Rookie of the Year took down Quiet Things. So basically, you took down two of my favorite songs with Rookie of the Year. I know they're mainstream, but they're really good tracks. And Rookie of the Year is too, but it's just not on the same level. So I don't know. I mean, and then you guys. So I guess it makes sense because you brought Rookie of the Year. It got to the Final Four. It wasn't as good as What It Is to Burn. I do think that Quiet Things versus What It Is to Burn, even though that's chalk, would have been an interesting pick. I don't know if I would have been so quick to go What It Is to Burn in that scenario. And Barry Alive versus What It Is to Burn, I have no idea. Now, the one thing that I wish was different was the Atreyu track, and I wish that was somewhere else, because I do feel like in any other bracket, potentially that song goes at least, in my opinion, it has the chance to go to the Elite Eight or maybe the Final Four.
I agree.
I don't know
Chris.
if it makes the finals. I don't know if it goes to the finals, but
totally agree with you.
It could. But other than that, I think that I think the right choices were made for the most part. There were the cool thing about this bracket too is there were a lot of, especially in the first round, there were a lot of choices that it could have went either way, and that just a testament to the great songs that are on this. So I really wasn't upset about some of these decisions, but some of them I definitely was.
All right, well, blame the robots. They gave us this bracket, and thanks to Stu and Darren for joining us and coming up with this. Stu, anything going on you wanna plug? Port Maria doing anything?
Well, so Steve is moving into his new house and building a new studio here this summer. So we are talking about recording, starting the new process of the new record. Got about 6 demos going, so probably have a new project done here maybe in the next 2 years. That would be fun. But yeah, cool, we're having a good time.
Tell people where to follow Port Maria.
You can go Port Maria Band on Instagram or search it on Facebook.
Cool. Darren, IDX, anything going on? You?
Nothing with IDX at the moment. That's kind of in a stalled out, but I am working on other things with Hey Girl, as we know, as Keith Leather. He's always working on new songs.
Hey Girl.
And Magic Tray Day, that's a part of the show. So there'll be some new power ballads coming out of Magic Tray Day, and also working on some of my own stuff. So I think that if people follow Darren DiNapoli or Magic Tray Day, you'll see some very interesting stuff coming out this year.
Awesome, man. Chris, do we have anything to plug?
This show.
Let's do it.
Plug this show. Hey guys, thanks for listening to another episode of High School Never Ends. I had a lot of fun.
Hey guys, hey.
You made me cough. You made me get all choked up here, Steve. But hopefully you had a blast. We certainly did. We love March Madness. We love these brackets. I love Screamo post-hardcore. So this one especially was very special to me. I do regret that Wingman Steve was not able to be a part of this. Steve, I know no one asked you, but I'll ask you before we wrap. Do you think the right choice was made? And would you have changed anything in this bracket had you been in it?
thing is, like, I'm almost the exact opposite of Darren, right? Like, my ear, even whatever the bracket says, my ear is going to pick the songs that I like the best, and those are all the popular ones. All the popular ones. When I look at how this actually like spun out, I don't know that there's a world that whoever we got to be on the show would not get What It Is to Burn to the finals. So I'm not mad at that, but I probably would have made a couple of different decisions, and I would have had to listen to these songs a few more times because there was a lot that I just don't know. It's out of my wheelhouse. So if we had a full panel of 5 and it was an odd number, I would have been happy to participate. But I'm okay taking on the side. I don't know if you could tell my voice is not feeling hot, so it's all good.
All good. That just means that we have to do the March Madness AIs, maybe not AIs, maybe Chris 183's Screamo post hardcore bracket part 2 someday.
Certainly could.
Let's do it. Well, again, I'm sure that everybody that has listened to this probably has their own opinions as well. You guys all love music. You are very opinionated, which you should be. And we would love to hear about it. So if you have Apple Podcasts, hey, you can give our show a review there. You can actually write in the review what you thought about this show. Maybe say you have some of your opinions on the way the bracket went. If not, you just want to give our podcast a rating. We'd love that too. Give us a 5-star review. It helps us skyrocket up the pop punk dad podcast ranks. I'm sure there's a couple of them up there. If you do that, also check out our shop. A lot of cool stuff on there. Everything from mugs to t-shirts to hats. We got it all. Not everything, but some of the cool stuff. You can get to our shop via our hub. That's www.hsnepod.com.
Yep, and you can follow us on the places. Instagram at hsnepod, like High School Never Ends Pod. We have a Discord server that you can get to, which is free through our website. And then if you want to support the show and get some bonus content out of it, you can go to our Patreon, which is patreon.com/hsnepod. March is not over. We might have some more of these brackets in us. Stu, Darren, thank you again for joining us. We'll be back again next week with a new episode. Till then, keep on rocking your dad bods. Throw up your rock hands and blast the emo, screamo, pop punk. Okay.
It's Dragon Wagon.